Good afternoon, I'm Savitri Dias, and today we will be discussing Choir Training 7, the music theory. When you look at the learning outcomes, we can see that you are going to learn about ornamentation in a musical work. What is ornamentation and what is the concept and functions of ornamentation, and how to apply it through the exercises provided. And you see, the beauty of a musical composition depends on the creativity of the songwriter and his music compositions that blend the various elements similar to concocting it's like a food recipe. And in music, ornamentation gives the opportunity for a composer to diversify the ideas in the production of a musical work, which in turn creates the value of beauty. So the musical score is enhanced and changed through this ornamentations. And when we talk of ornamentation notes, we talk of the harmony and the melody. First of all, we have to master what is harmony and the melody. We have to know that, and the basic knowledge of harmony is needed to produce a melody. And you can produce a melody by using chord tunes. And when you use ornamentation notes, you create a more soothing composition. And also this ornamentation is also known as a non-chord tone or a non-harmonic tone. So it is not the notes that create the harmony or the tone, only it gives some added decoration to the music. And as is, the ornamentation will enrich the musical outcome and make it more melodic and exquisite. And so this is an example of a chord tune. So when you play a piece of music with chord tunes, so this is the kind of note that you see in a musical score. And here it is a treble clef, and there is few I think if you know a little bit of theory, you will know that there are the speeds 2/4. That means there is 2 crotchets in a bar. And now as a teacher, there are the types of decorative notes that we should know. So one, we call it an accented passing note, and a definition of a passing note is that it is non-harmonic and it becomes the link that ties the melody between 2 successful harmonic notes. So when you play 2 harmonic notes, this accented passing note links it together. And accented passing note is a type of passing note that appears on the strong part of the bar and the beat. If you know a bar is, you can see in a musical score, there are several bars in a score. The notes are divided by bars. So check page 110 in your module. And also you can try the exercises on page 111 and 113. It will help you to understand what we are talking about these accented passing notes. And then we also have what we call the auxiliary note. And there it's a suspension is the movement. Suspension means there's a slight stop that follows the same pitch of the previous pitch. It builds on a note representing a chord. And when you look at the next slide and also on page 114 of your module, you will understand what you mean by an auxiliary note. And here you can see where we call, they say suspension. That means the note is suspended, that it is stopped for a little while. And here when you talk what is ornamentation, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, ornamentation in music is the embellishment of a melody. That means adding some beauty, either by adding notes or by modifying the rhythm. And in European music, ornamentation is added to an already complete composition in order to make it more pleasing. Once you finish writing the music score, by adding these ornamentations you make it more pleasing. And also we learn what we call the upper mordant and a lower mordant. And if you refer to the diagrams on page 115 and 116 in your module, and also the slides that follow, you will know that upper mordant is a musical symbol with a short curved bend form. It's like an S written to the other side. And another name for upper mordant is inverted mordant. And the lower mordant is also like it's a curved bend, but there is a line, a vertical line in the middle. And when you play, it is played as fast as the time of the notes shown below the mordant. So under the mordant there are notes written, and you play it as very fast, as the same as the note. And if you refer to diagrams on page 115 and 16, and in the next slides you will know how to write the mordant symbol. So you can see this S-like thing on top of the notes. So that is the mordant symbol. Upper mordant is the one that without the line and the lower mordant is the one with the vertical line in the middle of that curved S. And there we can see how it is written in a musical score. If you take a musical score, you will see a mordant written like that. And on the other side, on the D side, you can see when you are playing it, if you see this sign, mordant sign, and you are playing the note, you will be playing it like this. It's a very fast note if the mordant is there. And now we're talking of the lower mordant. Lower mordant is also that curved sign with a vertical line in the middle. So the top bars show, when you look at the musical score, that is how you see the symbol. And when somebody is playing the notes, this is the speed that it is played. And then we come to another notion called the turn. And the turn means a group of 4 notes. So this there we have the lower turn, upper turn, turn after a certain note. There are 4. Going back, then so turn means a lower turn, upper turn, and turn after a certain note. We have, this is how it is written, and on the other side, on the right, you see how it is played. The lower turn is written in this way with the mordant, and again on the other side you get the way it is played. Just study it carefully in your module and you will understand it. And then also we have what is called a trill. A trill means it's a shake, or you can call it a shake. When you're playing on the piano, you can get a trill. That means it's very fast, it goes in a very fast way, and it's a musical method that moves fast and makes quick changes in the notes, either in the major or minor interval at the top of the note shown on in the trill. And in context of modern music, the trill usually start with a trill and ends with a small turn at the end. The trill starts and ends with a small turn. And if you turn to page 18 in your module, you will see how this trill is played and how it is written. There are 3 types of symbols, and also it can be played in 3 ways. Now we come to another part of the ornamentation. There we talk of a Appoggiatura. It's also called a broken note, and you can see it written. If you look at the music score here, the middle note, you will see a small short note written in between the first and the second note, and that is it's a broken note. You can see a small note with a line driven in the middle of the note, and it is written towards the stem of the original note, and that is called an Appoggiatura. And also it gives you a small ornamentation to the notes when it is played. And also we have what you called Appoggiatura. So an Appoggiatura is a dissonant note that exists in a beat, and it moves one step and ends. And also when we play, we know there are long and short Appoggiaturas. A short Appoggiatura is also similar to the Appoggiatura, while the long Appoggiatura has the half the value of the final note, or 3/4 of its value if it is a dotted note and on a consonant note. So I'm talking of these notes assuming that you know a little bit of musical theory. Otherwise I don't think you will understand what it means, but you can always just go through your module and you will see the notes. And also it's better if you get a basic understanding of the piano notes, that is the keyboard and the octaves, and what are the notes that are there, and the speed of the notes, the types of notes like the crotchets, the minims, you have the timing breves, semi-breves, quavers, and then you have the treble clef and the bass clef. Just get a small idea of it, it will help you. And here now we are talking of a double Appoggiatura, and that is it combines the movements to any other earlier movement, and the note is known as a double Appoggiatura. So we just talk of an Appoggiatura. Now if there is an upward and downward movement, it is called as a double Appoggiatura. And you can see again how it is written. You see the normal Appoggiatura on the left, and then you can see the twin Appoggiatura or the double Appoggiatura on the other side. How it is written, the symbol is there in the first bar, and in the second bar you see how it is played. So here it is the symbol, this is the symbol, and when you are playing that symbol, this is how the sound comes. And here also the twin Appoggiatura, you see how it is written, and when you are playing it's like this. You get a crotchet, 2 crotchets, and then you get a quaver and a semi-quaver and a quaver, right? So that is the speed. And here you see this timing is 3 and 4, that means 3 crotchet beats. Crotchet is the number 4, it's a crotchet. So you can see 3 crotchets to a bar. This is a bar, this whole thing we call this is a bar, and this is the clef, this is the treble clef, this is the bass clef. So now here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 bars are here. So in the summary, we'll just see what we are talking. We said to produce music there are many aspects that need to be considered, and also there are various elements to ensure that a composer or writer is able to produce a work as accurately as possible. And then we are talking of the decorative notes, which are ornamentations, and an ornament note can create a variety of musical results. And also we have what you call notes representing a triad, and it's called chord tunes. That means three notes together. That is when there's a chord note. When you are playing music, you get the melody with the chord note, and then you add these decorations or ornamentations to it. And we say by having the ornamental note which do not represent the triad tone, the result will be much richer in the music. So this triad is the thing that the notes will give you the melody, and when you add this ornamentation, it gives an added kind of enhancement to the music that is already played. And then when we talk of ornamental notes, there are accented passing notes, notes of anticipation, and notes of suspension. And also we have certain symbols, and here we studied 6 types of ornamentation symbols. This is namely mordant, then the lower mordant and the upper mordant. Then we talked of the turn, the trill, Appoggiatura, and the Auxillary. And we discussed how this upper mordant and the lower mordant is written. And we also described what is a trill. Right. Thank you.